How to attract men, 9 things I absolutely love. So I'm going to go through these things and see if they're true or not. See if, as a man, if I'm attracted to them. I shouldn't say man, as a young man, if I'm attracted to them. Uh, Obviously, it's just my preference, my own personal opinion. But I think some of these, I think I can speak for most men on some of these. We'll see. We'll see. So starting out with number one, great posture. So many of us have poor posture, of us speaking women, especially working jobs that require a lot of sitting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, do I find great posture attractive? Yeah, I guess I do. When I think of posture, I think of a back that's like this versus a back that's straight. So yeah, I'd say great posture is pretty cool. I'd say yes, we are attracted to that. But it's not like one of those obvious things like makeup or um, smiling. It's a smaller thing we're attracted to, but we're still attracted to it. Number two, knowing your own voice. What do they mean by that? Let's see. Your voice is one of the first things he'll end up noticing, especially if he hears you across the room chatting with your friends. It is important to have a good idea of how you come off in those situations. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I guess like knowing how you come off, like how you speak naturally. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really pay attention to that, honestly. Knowing your own voice. That's kind of like one of those weird ones. I would say, I guess I'm attracted to that. So I give it like a 5. I don't know. Knowing your own voice. I mean, I guess you can be attracted to a voice. Maybe I have a certain voice I'm attracted to. I don't know. Number 3, the ability to communicate. Yes. I say as a guy, that is number 1. Now, speaking to guys is not very hard. It's pretty, actually, very, very simple. So if your communication is that bad that you can't get through to a dude, you can't effectively communicate to another guy, or to a guy, like, what's wrong with you? You need some work to do. It's a big myth that it's only women who love chatting about their personal lives. Men often like it just as much. Yes, some things, not like emotional things. We do talk about emotional stuff, but not as often as women do. We usually like to talk about our accomplishments. Maybe that's just me. Unless you start out with, but I never start off with bringing it. I never bring it up myself though. That's just rude. Unless you start out with severely personal stuff, he'll love it if you took the time to ask him about his favorite video game or movie. Yes, that's so true. As a guy, I'm not going to start talking to you about my emotions in our first conversation. I'm either going to talk about my favorite movies, Star Wars, video games. All I really play is Minecraft. But yes, anything but emotions, you're going to get a guy to talk about for hours. Yes, of course, if this turned into a full-fledged relationship, yeah. So the ability to communicate, 10/10, I'd say yeah. We love it. We love it. Number four, right? Knowing how to take a joke. Yes, yes, it's so true. So true. The worst thing is an upstuck, not just an upstuck girl, but an upstuck person. Someone who has a stick up their butt. They can't take a joke, dude. Yeah, I don't even need to read anymore, but I will. A guy shouldn't be mean or cruel to you, but they may do some light ribbing. What? Excuse me, I don't know what ribbing means, especially if it comes to conversations about sports team preferences or something else easily debatable. Guys are attracted to girls with thick skin. Guys are attracted to girls with thick skin who can not only take. Oh yeah, thick. I thought I said thin. I'm like, no, we're not. Not only can take a joke, but hurl one right back. Yes, humor has to be 10/10. No, we don't like any sensitive personalities. Come on now. So yeah, knowing how to take a joke, basically just being chill, I think it was one of the most things we're attracted to as men. And this one, I can speak for the whole gender. I don't care. Not just me, but every guy. Making eye contact. I don't know about that. Let's read some more. When someone makes eye contact with you, you know they're interested in getting your attention. Yeah, at first, but you don't maintain that eye contact. That is pretty weird. If he's talking and you're looking right at him, he'll know you're locked into the conversation. But if your eyes are darting around, he'll feel a little ignored or worse. Okay, there's a balance to this. Okay, there's no eye contact at all. So it's where you're just like looking around the room, like what I'm doing right now. Like, yeah, 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 I know. You're cute too. And then there's the other extreme where it's just nonstop eye contact. Yeah, I know. I love it too. Oh my God, you're so great. Both of them are bad. Eye contact is first when you start off the conversation and when you end it. In between, there's nothing wrong with just looking away for a few seconds or looking at their forehead or their chin. Mix it up a little bit. But definitely don't just not look at them at all. And also don't just stare at them nonstop. That's pretty weird. So eye contact, I say yes, we are attracted to it, but not really like that. It's not a priority. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe some other guys can inform me. But personally, eye contact, I love it at first and when we're ending the conversation. But too much is, yeah, will turn me off. And too little will also turn me off. So there needs to be a balance. Okay, number 5. I think it's number 5 or 6. I don't know. Lightly touching him. Uh, this I don't even need to read the rest. This is an absolute 1000% unequivocally yes. We do. uh, contact. Yeah, physical contact. We love it. But let me read it. Even if you're a woman touching a man, just know that there are always boundaries. And if I don't know for guys if there are any boundaries for guys, to be honest. And if he recoils or feels shocked, to just back away and don't push the issue. This kind of sounds like this is written for men, to be quite honest with you. Otherwise, a brief stroke on the arm or side hug is a great way to show him that you don't mind. Okay, let me read this, but in the perspective of it being read into a man. Even if you're a man touching a woman, just know that there are always boundaries. And if he recoils or if she recoils or feels shocked, just back away and don't push the issue. Yeah, this needs to be for men, not women. But I mean, I guess it's still relatable. Blah 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 blah. Don't mind being close to him. Plus, it's a great way for you to literally feel the electricity between you. Yes, lightly touching. No, not too much. When you're trying to attract a dude, don't go over the top, or then you're gonna give off the wrong signal. But like light shrug on the arm, or like I don't know, like not the face, but just something like rubbing against them, something just little innocent stuff. 1000%, we find that attractive. Anything physical, go for it. we're gonna love it. This one I can speak for all men. Lightly touching, yeah. This one there's two extremes too. First extreme is like, you know, social distancing, 6 feet, stay away from them. That's gonna turn us off. And then going in too hard, making the inappropriate touches is also gonna, unless you're. I mean, it's not always gonna turn us off. It's just gonna be like, okay, so you're not that type of girl. So you're not the girl that I can go out on a date with. You're the other kind of girl. It's gonna give us a wrong signal. All right, number 7. I don't even know anymore. It said 9, but there's like 20 of them. Jeez. But who knows? We're gonna keep going. Taking control of the situation. Let's read. It's a nice gesture if he buys you a drink, but guys don't want to have to do all the work. 1000% true. I can speak for my whole gender on this one. Look, we guys, we don't mind paying for the food on the first date, or maybe not even the second or the third. But we're not gonna buy you guys dinner every time. You gotta split it both ways, 50-50. Guys struggle too. We're not made of money. Like, just because we're born a man doesn't mean we get like $100,000 deposit once we turn 18. We need to we have money too. We can go broke too. So yeah, for sure, you need to pitch in. Show that you're willing to put your money where your mouth is. It's 2020, which means that gender rules are off the table. Yes, 1000% true. Be assertive and try to plan the first date. Yes, excellent, perfect. Because listen, the last thing I want is to be interested in a girl, start talking to her, and then it turns out we've gone on like 10 or 12 hangouts or dates, but all those 12 dates, I have been the one that initiated them. That's not right. When I brought up the idea of hanging out 12 times, and the other girl hasn't at all or put in any kind of effort, that should tell me something, right? So that's no good. You need to put in some effort, show that you're actually interested in the relationship, or in the person, so that it's not one sided. Both have to be invested, at the same level. Be assertive, blah blah blah. Show him you're interested, so he doesn't have to dance around the issue. Yes, show him that you're interested, so that he doesn't have to keep guessing, and you're just gonna give him a heart attack. Honestly, it's just anxiety through the roof for him. Now, not only will this show your confidence, but he'll be attracted to the fact that you're not the type of girl who waits around for others to make all the moves. 1000% true. Uh, Look, the old stereotypes of guys making all the moves, and some of that is still true, but for the most part, we want the girls to show that they want a relationship as well. Okay, we want the girls to be assertive. We want them to speak their mind. We want them to kind of be confident, in what they're saying and what they want. Just be vocal. Don't beat around the bush on some issues. Just be upfront with everything, and then you'll have no problem with finding a guy. Because I think this taking control of the situation, I think this is top three in what attracts us, is women who stand out from the crowd and who break away from that stereotype of the women just waiting for the guys to come pick them up off their feet and blah blah blah. So yeah, this is great. I agree with this one probably the most. It's this one and the physical that are tied. Sorry, that's the way our brains think. All right, next one, knowing your limits. Whether it's about how late to stay out or how many drinks you can have without getting sloppy. Jeez. Knowing your limits proves you're an adult. You're not against having a good time, but you're old enough to know what's slurring your words. And okay, yeah, being out of control isn't very attractive. Guys want to be with someone who knows how to take care of themselves. Some of them. If a slob dude, he's not gonna want a girl like this. He's gonna want another slob. For this one, it depends on the guy, because some dudes, especially young dudes out there, don't really care about how mature the girl is. They just want to have a good time. But I think when you're talking about guys who want a relationship, yeah, 1000%. Be an adult, be mature. So basically, this one is saying just be mature, be responsible for your actions. So I mean, yeah, if you're a guy like me, then then yeah, for sure, knowing your limits. This one will attract us. At least me. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what attracts me. I think this is the last one. Yeah, it's the last one. Staying positive. I like where this is going. So far, I agree 1000%. Regardless of all the negativity happening in the world, it's still a beautiful place. Amen to that. That's so. The worst thing. One of the worst things I like one of the worst qualities I like in somebody, and this is regardless of what gender you are, but I hate somebody who's such a pessimist. Yeah, pessimist about everything. I get, things are bad, and there's no getting away from that. But at the end of the day, how are you gonna change your attitude if you're not, putting in the effort? If you're not trying to change, it's just somebody who's stuck in a puddle of mud and just complaining about it, and they're not actually doing anything to get themselves out of that puddle of mud. Anyway, and nobody is attracted to a downer. Yes, that's what I just said. Who will tell you otherwise? It's so easy to switch into a negative, self-loathing mode, but guys are attracted to girls who have no problem going out and having fun, even on a bad day. Yes, this is probably the one. This is the one I agree with the most. Yeah, I get it. People have bad days. But if I'm having a bad day too, the last thing I want is to hang out with my girl the next day. Turns out, or not the next day, but hang out with my girl on the same day. Turns out she's having a bad day too. Uh, but with her, she actually lets it affect her like it's affecting me. Um, you know, I'm the type of guy that'll always have a good time regardless of my situation. Uh, I'm not gonna say it, but one of the worst things could happen to me, and you're still gonna see me smiling. You're still gonna see me going to school, going to work, uh, going on with my life. I try not to let things really affect me that much. And I think that applies with women too. I think guys generally are more attracted to girls who are not strong, but they keep a happy face. even if they're not feeling happy inside. So with a with a positive personality, he'll also know he can lean on you if he ever needs a bit of emotional support. What I just said, if I'm having a bad day, it would be nice if my girl, regardless of if she was having a bad day, if I could lean on her for emotional support. Vice versa too. I think that quality is attractive for both genders, to be quite honest with you. Aside from merely attracting a guy, the traits above will make you more attractive as an overall human. Dude, that's what I just said. it's like it's like I made this list or they read my mind. Okay, confidence can be your best asset when it comes to getting ahead. What did I say? Confidence, yeah. Getting ahead or meeting someone brand new. I agree 1000%. Looks like that's all for the advice that they give to women. I'd say most of it is pretty accurate. Some of them on here, like knowing your own voice, that was kind of weird, but I guess it applies. Ability to communicate, true. Great posture, little weird. Knowing how to take a joke, yes, true. Eye contact, Lightly touching him, true. Taking control of the situation, absolutely 1000% true. Knowing your limits, yeah, but that applies for both genders. I mean, I'm sure women also want a mature guy too. So, true, I guess. Staying positive, 1000% absolutely true. So for the most part, this list is pretty accurate. I'll post the link in the description below. Hopefully, guys, please agree with me because I don't want to feel like one of those weirdos. But girls, you heard it here first. If you do all these things, well, most of them, you're not gonna have any trouble finding a guy. Okay, so trust this list. Trust me. I have all the credibility because I'm a male, so I know what males like, or at least, well, most of them. I don't consider myself an outlier, but hope this video was helpful for you women. I doubt it was, but just ignore this video and read the article. It's actually pretty interesting. This website seems like it has to do with a lot of dating and stuff. Not for me, but yeah. Hope you guys like this video.